Okay, go ahead.
For now, I understand the process, but I have the problem to understand when the trend changes. When we change the trend from uptrend to downtrend, when it's the correct point to enter the market.
Okay, so explain your process.
Okay, I'm using the 50 minutes now.
No. You explain the process top down. How do you do your analysis? What is your process to trade? You know, like how do you determine what the trend is, and then how do you take your trades?
We said yesterday that we take the direction from the 63 to stochastic. If it's above the 50, then we have an uptrend. And if it's below 50, we have a downtrend.
Okay,
correct?
Now which time frame are you looking at to determine that?
If I use the 15 minutes.
Okay, you're looking at the 15 minute. Okay, so
Yes.
mark your uptrend on this trade.
My uptrend. From this position to at this between two.
Do your vertical line. Draw a vertical line there. Okay, so from that position, that's your uptrend, right?
Yes.
Okay, now where do you take your trade? Are you taking the trade on the 15 minute or a lower time frame?
I'm using the 15 minutes to take the direction only this. And when I have the direction, I'm going to 1 minute to take the trades.
Go to the 1 minute.
Let me. 5 minutes. Okay. At 5 minutes time frame, we want to use the lineup at the.
Okay.
Here is my trade.
Okay. How do you exit the trade?
That's a good question. The best ways to follow the balls.
No, you don't follow the balls. No, but where the blue ball is at the top is your exit, basically, right?
Yes.
How many pips is that?
Almost 12.
Okay, so what really is your point? Go to the beginning of the European session. Okay, where your red box is, where the blue ball is at the bottom. Okay, what is a 15 minute doing at that time?
Let me put. $15 minutes. It's a downtrend.
It's a downtrend, right?
Yes.
And that's on the long term, correct?
Yes.
On the 63.2.
Yes.
Correct? So you have, when the 532 starts to point up, you have a retracement trade. Okay?
Yes.
So when the 532 crosses the 50, draw a vertical there.
Crossing from up to down?
No, down to up. So move your vertical line right there, okay?
Okay.
One more bar to the right. Right there, okay?
Oh.
No, right there. What is the 60 doing at that point? The 63.2.
It's below 15, but it has an upward movement.
It's a sloping up, right?
Yes,
So it's getting too bullish,
yes.
right? Now drop to the 1 minute. Where's your entry?
Here.
Now. Now. It's more to your
No.
left. Right there.
Here. Using the stochastics.
Correct. Well, see where your osmas line up like 4 bars to the right.
Ah, now I understand. Here. Here.
It's still not lined up, right? So keep going. Right there.
Okay.
Everything's lined up, right? But
Correct.
now your stochastic is not working. So where does it cross the 50 now? Move to the right. Right there. Everything's lined up.
Yes.
That's your entry.
Although we have the 60 below the 50 because it has the right angle,
Mhm.
we can take a long, correct?
Yeah, because your 60 on the 15 is pointing up, is sloping up. Right, go to the 15.
Okay.
You see, the 60 is pointing up and is almost close to the 50, right? On your orange line.
Yes.
So you're approaching bullish territory, and this is an aggressive entry. Okay.
Okay.
How many pips do you make from there, from that entry?
Let me count. We have the entry here.
Mhm.
Here
Go to the blue ball.
to the blue ball. Okay. 20.
20
20.
pips.
Yes.
That's your trade.
We use also the position of the 63.2 and the slope,
Mhm.
both,
Yeah.
both, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it's because the 532 was moving up, right? It's a retracement trade. In a retracement trade, if the 60 is below the 50, for example, and you're doing a retracement trade to a buy, if the 60 is pointing up and the 532 has crossed the 50, you have an entry. Okay.
I'm usually make this mistake. I see the crossing. I see the 3 ball here.
Uh-huh.
I see the crossing of the stochastics here. I see the angle of the 60, and I'm going to the 1 minute. If this was the 15 minutes, let me. When the 60 stochastic is overbought, I'm taking short trades before the pair is ready to go short.
That's
And
wrong.
usually,
You shouldn't be doing that.
if you have at this point you have the 60 above
It can remain above the 80 forever, up and down, but it will remain above the 80 in overbought. That means still bullish. You cannot take a short trade there.
So you need the 60 to be below the 80 point.
Yes. And sloping down.
And then you take in account the slope, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Now I understand, because I'm always looking the slope here and taking the shorts and taking out, and then I was taking out.
Yeah, because your 60 is still above the 80.
I have to take in account the position of the 60 to be below the 80 for shorts and
That's below the 80 and pointing down.
pointing down. Okay. And for the exit, if you are below between the three balls, you wait in the next three ball to appear.
The three balls have nothing to do with entries, okay? This
For the
is the
exit.
beauty of the stochastic. You don't have to rely on the balls to determine your entry. All the balls are telling you are the swing, the price swing on that chart. That's it. It shouldn't influence your entry. The stochastics are dictating where your swing point is entering, okay?
Okay.
And your balls are just telling you if you're in the right swing. So your swing and your stochastics together confirm a good entry, okay? And then your osmas lining up in that direction confirm your momentum in that direction.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes. But your exit?
My exit is look at the stochastic. The 60 stochastic is below the 20, right? Yeah, on the previous trade that you were going short on. Now keep going to the left. Keep going. Right there. This is where you were going short.
Yes.
As long as the 60 stochastic remains below the 20, you have a trade. Or in this case, it's below the 50, right?
Below the 50.
Right? So you're
Right.
bearish. And then your 532 jumps up. So you have a one ball retrace,
Yes.
which you know is just a retrace, right? Because one ball. And your price action is still just a retrace going south, right?
Yes.
And then the 532 turns down and the 60 remains below the 50. That's an add-on.
Yes.
And you keep going to the right. There's another add-on, right?
Right.
And then you get the yellow ball.
Here.
It's up to you whether you want to take the exit there or not, okay?
Yes.
The exit is actually when, well, I mean, your swing is changing, so you take the exit there somewhere, okay?
Yes.
Your price action is no longer in your favor when that happens, right? So
Right.
when the 60 comes out of the 20, that's a sure exit. So go to your right a couple of bars. Right there. No. Back.
Yeah.
Back up. Yeah, right there. No. Right there.
You have
After the three ball, the 60 is come out of the 20, and your 532 is an upswing. That's for sure is your exit, right? Look at your H1. H1 Osma has changed colors.
Yes.
Okay, so it's already telling you there's a divergence on the H1 where it changed colors the first time before the three ball.
Yes.
You tighten your stops, you tighten your stops, you tighten your stops, and then it takes you out at the stop, right? That's basically technical trading at that point.
Okay. So you take the cross of the 60
No.
for the short above the 20.
Costas,
What-
listen to me. The exits are at discretion of the trader, okay? There are multiple exits you can take. Which one you want to take is up to you, right? My exit is my plan, 30 pips a day. I made my 30 pips, I'm out. I don't care what it does after that, okay? That's one exit. The second
Yes.
exit is a three ball with the 60 poking its head out of the 20, right? That's the
Right.
second exit.
Okay.
The third exit is you tighten your stops when the H1 has a divergence on the 15-minute, right? H1
Okay.
OSMA.
Okay.
The color changes in the opposite direction. And I can tighten my stops as a technical trader at the top of the bar, keep moving it down, right? Not there,
Okay.
not there. Before the 3 ball at the bottom. Move your cursor to the left, keep going, keep going, keep going. Where the H1 changes color, keep going, right there. At this point, I'm putting my stop above the current bar, above the high of the current bar. And I keep doing that till I get taken out.
Uh-huh.
So there are 3 different stops here, exits here. Whatever you feel comfortable at that point. I mean, you've made your money. You're just trying not to give up the money you've made, right?
Right.
That's it. I mean, it's your discretion. I cannot define for you what your exit is going to be, because you may not feel comfortable with the exit I'm defining.
Understand.
So from that red line where you just drew to your entry, how many pips is it? No, from the red line, the stop that you just did. Yeah, from there to your entry. Entry to the top.
From
Entry.
here.
No, entry. Your red line horizontal.
Sorry. Here.
To your stop loss, right there.
64.
You're not happy with that?
I'm happy with 1/3 of that.
Okay, then. Why are you worried about your exit at that point? If you made 60 pips and you're happy with 6,
Yes.
I don't understand what your question is about the exit.
I was looking what other people doing
No.
about that.
Makes no difference. It's your money. You make the decision when you exit. Who cares what somebody else does? Right?
If the practice of the other person works, maybe if you follow.
No, that's greed talking. That's
Greed.
not your plan talking. That's your greed talking. Do you have a plan when you trade? Do you go into the trade say, if I make this much, I'll be happy?
Yes, I have a plan.
Okay. If your plan goal is met, what difference does it make what other people do?
Correct.
So when you say that you want to know what other people are doing, why do you care?
I think the most people problem that we facing is because there are too much information at the trading and forex, and when you see something that looks that to work, you try to follow and then try to follow something else, and then you have too many things on inside your head. You don't know what to follow.
And that's a problem with not trading with a plan. The people who are doing that are trading to maximize their profits, and that's usually called greed. And when you get greedy, you are going to lose in the market. I don't care what you do. It can be the best system out there, but you yourself are going to lose because you're getting greedy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
If you have a trading plan and you stick to the trading plan, even if you do 10 pips a day, you're going to make money every day. Are you going to feel good about yourself?
No.
No?
Say again. What did you say?
I'm saying you make 10 pips a day, you're making money every day. Are you going to feel good about yourself?
Yes, I'm going to.
Okay,
Good.
so what difference does it make what somebody else is doing? You are making money. That's all you should care about. I'm putting up trades where I say I made 123 pips today, but I'm trading my own plan. It's not the same as yours.
Yes.
If you're trying to follow what I'm doing and seeing I can make more money that way, then your greed is kicking in and your plan is out the window. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
And
that's where you get into trouble and you start changing systems.
Yes.
In today's trade, if you had made 10 pips, would you have been happy?
Yes.
You made 30.
I have I took this demo trades before. 15 minutes was crossing both stochastic below the 50. And then I went to 1 minute. The first entry was wrong because the stochastic was already.
Well, not only stochastic, your OSMA is not ready.
The OSMA?
Yeah.
And
5 minute is not ready. The 30 minute is not ready.
You need also when the stochastic make the crossing, you need also the all the histograms to be
The
ready.
stochastic is just an add-on to the original system. It doesn't replace the original system. Okay.
Okay.
So if you're going to ignore your OSMA, you're going to run into drawdowns because your momentum will be against you while your stochastic is doing a swing. And that's not the system here. Okay.
Okay.
The entry really is where your first black bar is after the blue ball. If you move your vertical line there. No, on the left side. Keep going with the black candle is. No, black candle right there. Okay. Now look at your stochastic. Everything's lined up, right? OSMA wise.
Yes.
Up to the 1 hour. So now move your candle to the place. I mean, not the candle, the line to the place with the OSMA crossover, not the OSMA, stochastic crossover. Right there. That's your entry.
Okay.
Did you make your 10 pips from there?
Yes.
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. I'm going to see again this video.
Both
Okay,
your entries here are incorrect, the ones you've marked up, because your OSMAs are not ready.
Yes. I understand. If you we talk now for the 15 minutes and 1 minute. We don't need we don't look the H8, correct?
Yeah, I have the H3 and H8. I don't have the H10. I don't know why you have. What is that?
H10, H8. H8 is.
H8 is fine. It just gives you the long term. Don't delete it. So when the H8 comes in line with the H1, you have a very long trade, right? Because everything is lining up at that point. Right now, it's a short trade because your H8 is opposite of the H1. So it's going to be in and out, and it's going to be a scalping trade.
Okay.
But if you're scalping anyway, you don't need the H8. On the M1, you're looking at H1 and below. You don't even need H3 really.
Okay.
If that's your system. Now, if you go to a higher time frame, then you're going to need all of those.
Yes. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. I have to write the rules.
Yes. And then you have to follow the rules and your plan. Don't forget about the plan. The plan is very important because that's how you're going to build your money.
Okay.
If you get greedy and abandon your plan, you're going to lose. I don't care how good the system is. I don't care how good your entry is. You'll always be dissatisfied because you haven't maximized your trade. And that's not the way to trade.
Okay. Okay.
You will never beat the market. I guarantee you that. You will never, ever beat the market. All you need to do is make a little bit of money from it and move on.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
Did it clarify anything based on our discussions?
No, I'm already study the videos and all the information, but I have to put all this information in line and write the checklist.
Right. It's practice. You know, I mean, when you have time, you need to go back over your historical charts and just practice. You know, start on the 15 based on the rules that you write down and see what your win-loss ratio is. Okay?
Yes.
If you create a spreadsheet and note down every trade that you took in your historical analysis. And you'll find what works for you and what doesn't. And then you refine your rules down to that. Okay?
Okay.
No system is perfect for everybody. Everybody thinks differently. The system is there to assist you in refining your thought process.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Deborah, how are you? Are you with us? You're on mute right now.
I'm going to stop the sharing, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
There, sorry, I had a hard time unmuting myself.
Ah, okay.
Can you put up your chart? And then I'd like to ask you about the pound yen.
All right, let me see. Share. Okay.
Thank you.
Can you see my screen?
Oh, yes, I can.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
if you look at the 1 hour, the 60 stochastic is pointing down.
Right there. Uh-huh.
Mhm. And then if you go to the 15,
Give me a
It's-
second. Let me mark it.
sure. The 15 is rolling over, starting to roll over.
Okay. So here's the,
And so what I'm talking
Right there.
about would be a possible when a trade entry would be like now. So you've got,
are you talking about here now?
yeah, I'm talking about this moment right now.
Okay. So it would be,
So like if I just came to the market and I'm looking at everything and I'm saying, okay, so I want to wait for a short
well,
because go ahead.
you're looking for a long, right? Because the 60 is pointing up.
But
This is crossing over.
if you look at the 1 hour, the 60 is just crossed down.
No, this is the 1 hour. So the slope is changing, right? You got to remember, you got to wait till the end of the hour
Oh,
for a
okay.
1 hour. Okay. I mean, because it can change, flip flop, and change till the end of the hour. So you have another half hour to make a decision on that. If you're looking at the previous bar, which is here, you have no setup. Right? I mean, this is the one that's set. This is still live. It's going to go up and down. right?
hmm
So when you look at this condition, you have a 60, you have the 63.2 pointing down and the 532 pointing up. Okay,
Uh-huh.
there's no trade here.
Got it. There would be a trade if the 532 turned over and pointed down, right?
And the 60 points start. Yeah, you're right. But the 60 will start pointing down also at the same time.
Right, because it's not above the 50, right? The 60 is not above.
Mhm.
So you'd want to wait to go long anyway until the 60 went
Well,
above the 50
You
level.
would not take a short here. The 532 turning over and coming below the 50 would be the entry short. So,
hmm
so this is the entry short.
Okay.
Now, on the 60, what you're looking for is this condition, where the 532 is turned over and the 60 is starting to point down. Okay.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Then you go to the 15. And you see what's going on, right? The
Right.
everything is set. Then you go to the 5. And your 5 is not set till here, right?
Right. hmm
Then you go down to the 1. And you say, where's my entry? Where is the entry? Is this an entry?
To the left, wouldn't it? Oh, I suppose that would be an entry right there, wouldn't
No, it's not. For me, it's not,
it? Okay.
because this hasn't crossed the 50. This has, but this hasn't. So it's not a good retracement for me. For me, the
Oh.
entry is here. That's my entry.
Okay, because it went above the 50 and then it crossed down below the
Right.
50.
And this one, the percent K went above the 50, but not the percent D.
hmm
So since both of them didn't cross the 50, that's an iffy crossover. You can still take an entry, but I just don't like it. I like a better retrace like this
Okay.
and then come down. So that's my entry short. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now, I can get on the 15 now because that's where my trade is and just stay on it all the way down. And that's 60 pips.
Yep, that's perfect. Let's see, what was I going to ask you? There's so much information, it becomes mind-boggling. But I guess that will change as I practice.
Well, the information really is very simple.
Mhm.
You're making it complicated for yourself. Okay.
Okay. hmm
The real thing, the system is you look at the H1.
Oh, I
Okay.
remember my question. I remember. So can I get rid of the balls? The snapshot balls?
You can, but the balls are signifying the price action, the swing.
Yeah,
okay.
except for those darn balls move.
Don't care. You don't care whether they move or not, because stochastic is dictating where your entry is and giving you a surety that they won't move. Okay.
hmm hmm
We didn't have a stochastic before confirming our entry, so they could move based on the osmoles. But now, even this one here, let's say take this one, right?
hmm
You have a 3 ball. Let's say this was a 3 ball, right?
hmm
What is your take on the 6? It's bullish, right?
Because it's above the 20, or I mean the 80,
80,
excuse me.
right?
Right. Mhm.
So is this 3 ball a confirmed 3 ball if it stays up here? It's
No,
going to get taken out, guaranteed,
right.
and it does.
hmm
Now you move to this 3 ball, and you see, okay, the 60 is still above the 80. 532 is above the 80.
hmm
Am I getting short over here? No.
No, no.
So now my 532 has turned over, right?
hmm
But my 60 is still not pointing down, it's still flat.
hmm
This is the bar where it turns over. The 60 starts to slope down, everything's looking good. Now I drop to the 15 and see what's going on.
Okay.
Everything looks good. right? This thing is turning down. This is already crossed.
Right.
Uh,
That looks great.
now let's go to the 5. 5, this is
You wanna
crossing up
wait?
here, so it's this is a cross, right?
Uh-huh.
It's pointing down,
Correct.
and the M1.
M1. Okay, the bar colors weren't correct on the 5-minute, but I imagine
Okay.
that's okay. Yeah, if you go back to the 5-minute, they were yellow, right there, yellow.
That's okay. You're taking an entry on the 1.
Right. Mhm.
The 1 is the red,
Yeah,
and here's your entry. Right there.
okay. Even though even though,
H3, you don't care. You're only looking
okay.
at this,
got
right?
it.
H1 and below.
Okay,
Everything's lined up,
okay.
right?
Yep.
This is only for long term. When it gets over here, you're going to get a good trade because H3 and H8 are so lined up.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
This is just to see if you're going to get a long term trade or not. The real entries are here.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Now,
Got it.
there are additional entries right there, right there. I just mark these 3. Okay.
Mhm.
You can take as many as you want.
Now, where are your additional entries?
Right
With the
here.
crossing of the 50?
Yeah.
Okay, there and
This thing
there.
is still below the 80. This cycles up, comes down.
Okay,
Cycles up, comes down. Right?
okay. Yep.
Cycles up, comes down. Cycles up, comes down.
Okay, so you could do another entry if you wanted
You can take as many
to
as
the
you want,
right.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just taking these 3. Okay.
2, 3. Mm-hmm.
Now go to the 15. Where's your exit?
Okay, it would be
Could be here, right? Let's say this was a 3 wall.
True.
Okay.
Mhm,
And you're getting
mhm.
influenced by the 3 wall. And this thing's turning up and you're saying, oh crap, right?
Mhm. Oh crap, oh crap.
Right. So that's 68 pips. And
Okay.
51.
If you go to the left
I'll go to the
and
left.
you see the crossover of the 533 above the
80.
20,
Up.
the 20. No, go to your right. I'm talking about the exit where you see that right
there.
right there.
No.
Yeah.
No, 60 is below.
Okay.
This is a 3 ball that I've showed up, right? You're saying, can I get rid of the 3 balls? This is telling you your swing is almost over.
Okay.
This is why I still use the balls, okay?
Mhm.
And then it starts to poke above the 20 and I say, okay, if I tighten my stop, I get out over here. And this is 56, that's 2 trades there, right? 56 plus 46, 102 pips. Am I happy with that?
Yeah. Can you give me the settings again of your 60? Oh, it is
63 too.
63 too.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have, why is mine not looking similar? Because on my 1 hour, the 60 is pointing down.
No, this is the 15.
Oh. Well, I was looking at the 1 hour and 1 second.
Yeah, 60 is pointing down, right?
I had it on 3.3, 63.3, so I have to change that to 2.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, because my 1 hour 60 was pointing down. Now let me see how that changes. Here we go. Oh, there we go. It's pointing up. Well, okay.
You mean
Well,
the current one? Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Great.
See,
Great.
here, right here, which was a big trade. If you look at it and say, okay, the 532 has turned over here, right?
Yes.
That's right. We look at what the 60 was doing.
Yeah, it's still going up.
So you wait for it to come down, which is right there.
That saves a lot of heartache, just waiting, being
Yeah.
patient.
It's a couple of hours, but you know,
That's okay.
now you go down to the 15. Oh, you're in the middle of a one ball retrace. Okay, I'll wait for that to be over. And here's my entry.
I
And
can't
go down
see.
to the, you
Okay.
can't see it?
I can see it now. Mhm.
Okay, go down to the 5. Oh, everything's looking good, right? This is still below the 20. This is turning down. It's not ideal, but it's there, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Go to the 1 minute. If I don't have the data, what happened? 1 minute. There you
Do you
go.
have do you have the balls on the 1 minute?
Yeah, I have the 15-minute
do.
balls.
Okay.
I don't have the 1 minute. I don't keep the 1 minute. They're too bouncy.
Right. Mhm.
So here's my entry, right?
Mhm.
I have an additional entry. This is not an entry for me because of the color of the bar, right?
Okay. On the 1 minute. Yeah.
And so here's my entry, second entry.
Okie dokie.
And then if I want to look for a third entry, it's over here. Right? That's my third entry.
Right there. Mhm.
Okay. Doesn't mean that I won't have drawdowns, but it will be minimal.
Right. Mhm.
Now I go back to the 15 and say, okay, 3 ball, probably here, probably here. If I look at this, that's tightening my stops. That's my swing point stop. And come down here, tighten my stops again. That's my swing point somewhere in here. And then I get taken out with this, right?
Yeah. Okay.
That's 80.
Oh, geez, I wish I could be up at this time of day.
Yeah. That's pound yen. If you're going to trade that, you have to be up at that time.
Right.
96, 176, and 102,
Right.
278 pips.
Nice. I could make that and then sleep in for the rest of the month.
You know, I mean, it's as easy or as difficult as your mind makes it. There's nothing else I can say about that. And now, as far as the balls are concerned, here's a ball, right? 3 ball. What's happening here?
What's happening?
The 5
It's
3
going
2
up.
is turned over, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But the 60 hasn't turned. 60 starts to turn over here on this bar, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm.
You go to the 50. Now, notice I'm not taking the color of the bar into consideration.
Mhm.
Go to the
Okay.
15. Okay, what do I have on the 15? 1 bar over. There's a gap here. So you know that's going to close. So you,
Right.
you know,
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
wait till
yeah.
the next day.
Right.
And let's say you wait for the European session, right?
Uh-huh.
And look what happened. The 60 went above the
What about
50.
the 50?
And the H1 is sloping up, right?
Where are we?
Right there,
Where's your bar? Ooh.
right there.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Mm-hmm.
15 is looking good. Maybe 1 bar over, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go to the 5. 5 is looking good, right?
Excellent.
And then go to the 1. And the 1 is giving me an entry already, right?
Mm-hmm. How many pips is that? Just that one little yellow bar
It's
section?
probably about 3 or 4.
Just this little. Ah, okay.
So let me mark that as an entry. And the next entry, right here,
Mm-hmm.
that's my next entry.
Mm-hmm.
So the color of the bar, everything's lined up. Everything
okay.
is lined up over here, right?
Mhm.
That's my second entry.
Mhm.
And you can say this one actually lines up over here with the H1 lining up. Right there,
And why is that?
H1. turn on.
Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right.
So, and then the third entry is somewhere here. And everything looks good. There's the entry. Now I'm back on the 15.
Great.
Where's my exit? I don't have a yellow ball.
Mhm.
Here's a yellow ball. Now, if I'm just trading for the day, I can take my exit here, take my exit here,
Mhm.
come back the next day and take another trade.
That would be good.
Right. So
Mhm.
if I just took this exit here, that's 43 pips, 1593, and 150 pips. For the
Yes.
ends.
That would be good. And then you don't have to worry about,
You don't care about
In
this. You
between
just come
times.
in the next day and then take this entry.
right. Well, let's go through, if you don't mind, can we go through the current time and go through the different pairs and see if there is an entry coming up?
Okay, you call out the pair.
Okay, the pound yen.
This is a pound yen. Gotta wait till the end of the bar.
Okay, and that's going to be in about 11 minutes, 12
Yes.
minutes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's great. All right. So we wait. And what are we waiting for? The close of the bar.
And this
On the-
crossed over and this pointing up.
Okay. So that would be all the pairs we would wait for.
Yes. I mean, yes, whatever the conditions are, right? Like this one here. This one already gave you an entry long. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
And you won't be scared by this because this can be taken out.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think one of the problems I have is I look at that 3-ball and I think, oh, it's gone so far. It's just getting ready to turn over, and then it keeps going up. I did that
yeah,
with the dollar CAD. It just kept going up and up and up and up and up. And I thought, oh, it's got to turn around, so maybe I'm a counter trend trader, but I don't want to do that because that's how I've lost money all this time.
yeah, but your stochastic on the pound dollar is telling you it's bullish.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no reason
Okay,
to be
so
afraid. This will turn to a blue ball, and this 3-ball will keep moving up.
So let's drill down on this one. So the 1 hour is bullish. You already had your entry an hour ago, let's say.
Yeah.
All right.
So go to the 15.
Mm-hmm.
15 is over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Turning up.
Mm-hmm.
5 was good. And with the 1 minute. And the 1 minute, let's say is don't take it till here. That's your entry, right?
Right.
Everything is looking good. That's the first entry. Then you look at a second entry. over
Second
here.
entry. There we go. Right, went across. And then the third, you would go all the way over to the right. I can't see what time. Yay. Oh, yeah, that's what I was looking at right there. Great. Okay.
Yeah. So this one here, you would probably wait a couple of bars.
Okay. And then you would not continue to enter, like, if
Well,
you
it's
look.
up to you what you want to do, right? I mean,
Uh-huh.
I take 3. My inverted pyramid is 5, 3, 2, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So if I take the exit over here, let's say, not necessarily that I would, but let's say I do.
Mm-hmm.
this would be, if I did the 532, that's the 8 pips times 30, 38 times 105, 140 pips. It's something that only moved 21 pips. You see what I
I
did?
love, yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, and then you have another entry now, long over here. Right there.
Mhm.
That's your current entry.
Let's see, where? Would it
Right
be
there.
to the left a little bit? I was just looking at all your
Right,
Osmas.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
2
the
minutes,
Osmonds are not
3
ready,
minutes.
so there is no entry. Okay.
Okay,
Well, I'm saying if you weren't looking at the Osmonds, that would be the entry. Right? 60 crossed over, 532 crossed over.
Mhm.
But right now there is no entry because the Osmonds are not. The
not lined up.
H1 is not lined up. Yeah.
But that H1 can change color. See,
Yeah. If it changes at the end of the hour, then that becomes an entry.
okay. Okay, you would wait till the end of the hour because see, it just changed now.
Yeah.
8 minutes. So you're gonna wait, you would wait 8 minutes to enter that trade.
Yeah, I mean, it's on a 5-minute time frame. So every 5 minutes it's going to conform. Right?
Uh-huh,
So it's in 2 minutes it will conform this. Every
Okay.
5 bars it conforms.
right. Mm-hmm.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 more minute. It'll conform.
Okay. So if you're just getting up now and you're looking at that, would you say, oh, you know, I'm late. It's gone so far. Look how far it's gone already.
Why?
And
What do I
not
care?
enter?
No,
Okay.
what do I care?
Okay.
This is telling me it's long. And what I would do is I would wait for a recycle to enter.
Okay. The stochastic.
Yeah.
All righty.
Because I
Okay.
missed this entry, so I'm not going to force it. I'm going to wait for the 532 to recycle. And then take the
Right.
entry.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's much better.
See, took it out. I took the 3 ball, taken out.
Uh-huh. It moved.
That's almost there. 3, 7, 4, 9. It's another 4 pips and you move. So that's basically the thought process. You always take a fresh cross on the stochastic.
Mhm. Okay.
You don't say, it's already crossed. Now, the only reason that you would wait after this, let's say, is to see if your Osmonds line up. That's the only reason why you would not be exactly there.
Okay.
You want the momentum to line up with you.
True. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at another pair. You choose.
No, it doesn't matter
Let's
to me.
see. Okay. Well, you said the pound yen was going long. And if we're just, well, I guess we can trade whatever we want, but the pound
Yeah.
yen and the pound dollar are good.
Yeah.
So the pound yen is starting, right? You
It's
wait
trying
to
to get
the,
above 50 also. So,
this has got to get above 50.
well, it's starting
Yep.
to,
Yep.
that's confirming bullish region.
Mm-hmm. And the 60 is almost above the 50.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the 532.
No.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to the dollar CAD. Let's see where that is. Just for fun.
Your dollar CAD is bullish. I mean bearish.
Bearish. So you would
So
have entered. You could have entered.
I'll just
couple-
go drop it down to the 1 minute. But it's so strongly bearish.
Mhm.
And if I mean, you're awake at this point, so
Mhm.
take a look, see what's going on here. There's an entry right there.
Oops, I don't see where
Right
you
there.
are. Oh, right. Mhm.
This thing is not ready, so
What's not ready? The
Uh,
Osmos. Oh, okay.
Alpha one ready. So this is
Okay.
your first entry. It's all
Okay.
bearish already, right?
Uh-huh.
Second entry is,
To the right after that peak
yeah, somewhere,
there.
yeah,
Okay.
the first entry. Second entry,
What do you do when it is a sideways market? I guess the
like this.
Osmos, yeah. Well, for the whole day, sometimes, we've had some great trending days, but oftentimes it'll be sideways, but your Osmos won't line up, which
Correct.
will
Keep
tell
you
you
up.
it's sideways. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the third entry here, but so what to there. That's my third entry.
Okay.
And then go to the 15. And here, it's your discretion now. You got a 3 ball here,
Mm-hmm.
where it's, look at this, it's strongly bearish. I would stay in.
Okay.
It's already had its, I guess there was some news, it did a spike and it's coming down.
Yeah, 5:30 was news.
You always got to wait till the end of the bar, which is
Mhm.
another 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. To make sure it stays
Correct.
the correct color. Wow. Okay. I think that will help me a lot. Just waiting for the end of the, whether it's the 1 hour or the 15-minute
Correct.
to close.
Yeah, you always make a decision at the close of the bar, not in the middle of the bar.
Okay.
Does that mean you're going to lose a few pips? Yeah. I mean, this is going to be losing trade if it closes here. But you're going to win this one, you're going to win this one.
Okay. Okie dokie.
It looks like it's coming down, right? So it's coming below the 20
Where?
right here.
Oh, it looks like it.
532 was poking its head up and now it's come back down because the price has fallen.
Oh,
Look
there
at
we go. Okay. Yep. Okay. Great.
If you took an exit here, he lost 2 pips here, gained 5 here, and 14 there. So 17 pips.
Right. And my trading plan is 20 pips a day, whether I get it in 2 trades, 10 pips each,
Well,
which,
you would have gotten your 20 pips if you got out over here.
Mhm.
So
And then
look
I'd
at
be
this,
done.
spiked,
Yeah.
and then you'll be done.
And that's what I need to do until I can gain the confidence to hold it longer. But I'm going for 10 pips,
What is the
times.
ATR on USD CAD?
It is, I'll tell you. It is, come on, shoot. I don't have that up right now on that chart. Let me see on this one. Nope, darn it. I have something that tells me what the average daily range is, but it's like 90.
Okay, so take a quarter of that, and that would be 15, 16, 17, 18 pips.
Right.
And that should be your daily goal.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So you make your 18 pips, you should be set, because that's taking the meat of the
Right.
move. And you're
Right.
done.
Okay, I like that. That's very interesting.
Like the pound yen is 130, a quarter of that would be like 30 some pips.
How much?
35, 130.
Okay. That's what I want. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Not that it's so much more pips, but it gives you that little wiggle room
Correct.
to make whatever
What
you
you
want to
need to do,
make.
right.
Mhm.
Which is why I chose the pound yen. Pound dollar doesn't have that. Pound dollar only has, let's see. Pound dollar. Pound dollar is only 85. But it give you $10 a pip instead of the 8.75 on the pound yen. So it makes up for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you can go for 28 pips. 1/3, 28.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's $280 on the standard lot. You know,
Mhm. Okay. That's good.
I don't like trading the pound Aussie or the pound cat. That's only $7.50 per pip.
Yeah, I agreed. Okay. That's
go
what I
for
like about the pound dollar.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, great. I'm looking at the pound yen now. Let's see, maybe I should look at the pound dollar. Pound dollar. Okay, wow, it's still up there bullish.
Yeah.
On both the 1 hour and the 5 minute. And
Yeah.
then if,
I mean, as long as it remains up there, you could have taken this trade. Not up much, but
uh-huh,
as long as it remains up here, you're good. You take the trade on a lower time frame, but
right. Yeah, okay.
see, Ken just took a trade. He did the pound yen long.
Ah,
Pound yen. Yeah, he took a trade here,
where? Right there.
right there, somewhere in here. 14 pips.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's starting to roll over now, though, the 60.
Yeah. But that's got an hour to go. So
Oh, yeah, because we just went into the 7
hour,
o'clock hour.
yeah.
So it looks like it might still go up.
Yep.
So you might be able to take 2 or 3 trades here,
Correct.
right? Okay, so let's drill down then on this and say we're looking for longs right now.
Well, you don't have an entry long, right? You're waiting for this to come up to give you an entry,
I'm waiting for the stochastic to come up.
to go up above the 50
Okay,
to finish this retrace.
right. But then you could go long.
Then you go long, and hopefully this M15 will have turned by then, M5, M15, and you go long.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for this time. I really appreciate it.
No problem. This looks like you were the last one to ask questions. Didn't have much of an attendance today.
Oh, we got a private session then. Thank you so much. I really look forward to doing this and following this plan, and going over it in the real time helps me a lot.
Sure.
So thank you. And I look forward to Friday.
Okay.
Tomorrow. I'll be up for it. I'll be there. I'm setting my alarm. I'm going to go to bed early.
Okay. I'm going to stop the recording.